the first versus the second weekly boss of Fontaine, and the 10th main boss of Genshin Impact. 4th of the 3 Harbingers, Arlecchino.
Watch out for father's movements!
With these rising flames!
Worthless! Here! Worthless!
Are you alright?
I'll be fine. I've dealt worse.
With the fall of darkness, destruction shall rise. Have a taste of purgatory.
Get in gear!
Coming to art.
Stand still.
Go!
Is it my turn now?
Take flight.
Now's our chance!
Like a fly tangled in a web. Spare your energy.
Nice try.
Running is of little.
Oh crap.
With
Hang in there.
rising flames. Not bad. You've proven to be a worthy opponent after all.
Evil conquering! Here! Worthless! Here! Look out!
Yep. Here is a true strength. Show me what the 4th Harbinger can really do. Cinder of Two Worlds Flames. Fuwere. Let's dance.
Now's our chance!
Let's go!
My blade is all that remains.
Sakura swirl. Victor. Whirling snow. Yeah.
Watch out for father's movements! Look out! Boring!
My apologies.
Let's see how strong you
We have
resolve.
to end
Yes!
it. Over here.
Now's our chance!
You should know better than to crowd in one place.
Oh, I know. Now! I'm sorry, Father!
Yo, what was that? She blocked it with her bare hands?
Sorry for what? This pitiful excuse for an attack.
Oh no.
Father, no!
made it out, did you? You're stronger than I expected.
What was...
A crimson moon?
Oh my god.
I can't move.
What?
Still, not strong enough to beat me. I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
Brother, are you alright?
Lyney.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved. Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be
Oh, you're gonna
burned
exile them?
away. If you can withstand
Or not?
the pain. When you awake, you'll have forgotten everything
Yeah,
you know
okay,
about
so
the
it is
House of
exile.
the Hearth, and will be expelled from the
Because no one can
organization.
leave the House of the Heart
In
without
other
knowing the
words,
secret.
Administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
So that means the young man I thought were familiar, the ones on newspapers outside the Palace in Romania, he must have been the same horror we saw on the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all. Oh!
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed.
Oh, I
Losing
didn't
a
think
portion
about
of your
that.
Memories will alter your sense of self.
So that's what her list of executions were? It's exile. No, if my understanding of the name is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The horror that lived in the House of the Heart is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Even so, it's much better than actually ending their lives.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
Well, not intact, but...
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Foltz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson.
You can exile Lyney too?
And the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames.
Okay.
As for whether to take them, the choice is yours. Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father. Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
So do you think they're gonna leave?
Father.
I don't think. I honestly don't think Lynette and Freminet are gonna take it. There's no way.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lyney. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
Clervie.
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
Neither. You died, Clervie. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
If this really is Clervie's younger self, then I would say she probably had enough lies.
Oh. Okay then. Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Why wouldn't she?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she?
Yep.
Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crucibina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down.
And years can do a lot
But
to a person.
somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you are trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth, and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Eudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have
That's
their
why.
memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be
You gave
allowed
them
to
a second
live
chance to
normal
live.
life in Fontaine without being prosecuted
You
for their
cleansed them.
past. Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned.
It's
has
interesting
true
though, because
value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for.
that's interesting how she used the analogy of water for cleansing, because in a way, fire is also an element that's actually symbolizes cleansing. In a twisted way, but you know.
You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too. I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really?
Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight.
The land of Animo, nation of freedom.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard. Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Land of Geo, nation of contracts.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
Still care about her, do you?
Just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, well, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Land of Electro, nation of eternity.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face.
An Oni?
Are there any yokai like that?
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one,
Mhm.
and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as
Yeah, the Oni that we met, he's a dork. Land of Dendro, nation of wisdom.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
And then the nation of Fontaine.
The situation was super dangerous. Lyney and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no! That must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
Don't worry, we were able to turn the situation around super quickly.
Why the...
Thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Do you just have that on standby?
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Clervie is listening really intently to Paimon's story about Clement Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all her troubles seems to have forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's been able to truly relax. But I'm not sure how long this moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
As time passes, she'll probably forget about everything we told her and go back to being... Bro, okay. Huh. I was so busy thinking I almost didn't notice. The sun has risen. Yeah, she's
Clervie,
leaving.
you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel. Take care of yourself. Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
Clervie. She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid. I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures. But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye. Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Lyney.
Father?
It's Lyney! Hey, Lyney! What is he doing back here? Let's go check it out.
Oh no. No, 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 no. Don't do this to me. Game, don't do this to me. Game, don't do this to me. Don't do this to me.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered.
Okay.
Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Freminet feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe Tété. But I decided to come back and tell you what.
Oh my god, you scared the crap out of
I'm
me.
sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
Because you're the most caring member of the House of the
You're
Hearth.
brave, talented, and, most important,
You even risked your life multiple
you
times.
cherish your family.
Countless times to save your own
You would do
sister.
anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
You've earned this.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Lyney. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Lyney.
Hero. Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel. I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You will though.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities. Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stuja at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
And that's
Then
your
you're welcome to
ambition.
stay. As for Project Stuja, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson.
There you go.
Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us. At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Well said. I, for one, hope that we meet again as friends, Arlecchino. God damn it.
Just standing around.
Didn't Lyney say that Lynette and Freminet were recovering at the Hotel Bouffe d'été? Oh, Paimon wonders how they're doing. Maybe we should go check on them.
God, I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say.
Lynette? Freminet? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Whew, what a relief!
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
There's no need to worry.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over. Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clervie gone? Lyney and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
Her wish has been fulfilled.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crucibina and Clervie. Actually, I've met
You
Crucibina
have?
before.
Wait, what? You've met the former
How? That should have been years
Crucibina
ago.
died a year after Clervie. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of
Wait.
the Hearth.
Freminet, how old are...
Crucibina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive,
My Freminet, how old exactly
the
are
atmosphere in
you?
the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to
You
an end.
joined between...
And all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crucibina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crucibina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clervie included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Father took in Lyney and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crucibina or Clervie.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
Maybe she just doesn't want to be associated with her anymore.
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the
Yeah.
darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude
Don't be
towards her
burdened
if
about...
we knew about
Don't
it.
be burdened by the past. Just live in the moment and
The
live for the
foundation
future.
of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now. And that's what Father told us in the end.
Wasn't Arlecchino impression on Lynette?
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crucibina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit. If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her
No.
should be what ties us together. But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course, you're welcome anytime.
Are Filial and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Wow. And from that, the 10th weekly boss is available. Destiny leaves no room for excuses. All choices must undergo the trial of sharpened blades. Naive mistakes, ill-defined betrayals. The courage to bring about better ends. All these must brave a test of strength. The rude awakening you receive while facing the crimson moon lingers in you still. You leave the spell in your memories, and you may yet learn something new. This is the 4th Harbinger fight. Alongside Chad, Signora, Scaramouche, and now we have rank 4. God. I'm just at a loss for words. I'll say that Clervie scene almost made me fucking cry. Oh my good lord. It did this sword quest. Honestly, I think I might put it alongside Freminet as my absolute favorite. I don't know if it beats Freminet though, because there was a lot of good stuff in it, a lot of stuff that I predicted immediately, so many questions that got answered, and yet there's a few things that got clarified, that needed to get clarified, that we needed to get clarified by Arlecchino. It did Arlecchino so much justice as a character, in my opinion, because it really opened up a new side about her, and that's exactly what Sword Quest needed to do. Well, I'm also glad that I did not review everything, as I think they're saving that for, like, endgame. So, yeah. Up there as tied with my absolute favorite, beating Nahida's and Ace, Act 2. And Yomi's Act 2 and Duel, it's up there. It's really freaking good. It's really, really good. It's a lot of it's very dialogue heavy though. But I honestly don't mind that since it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot, like, no dialogue felt wasted, actually. It was character building for Arlecchino, and the character building for Lynette. And for Lyney and Lynette and Freminet. It's what I wanted. It honestly feels like a sequel to Lyney's story quest in a way. It also feels like a sequel to the Arlecchino shot that we got. I think the payoff was worth it. Next time, it's the character story quest, but not here. We're gonna go back to one of the nations and resolve a different issue. See you guys then. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and give your own thoughts about Arlecchino's story quest down in the comments. I'll need some time to think about this. ACairconditioner signing out. Have a good one, guys, and take care.